Sometimes it was pretty tough, but I think for me personally, I developed a lot and I got better, and I think I proved that I can play in this league. And of course, I saw that we are building something different here, and of course, we showed it last year that we had like completely different season.
When did you start playing ice hockey?
I started when I was 5 years old in a small town in Czech.
Did you do any other sports when you were a kid?
It was pretty much just hockey from the beginning. It was the main focus. Of course, I played some other sports like soccer and tennis in summer, but it was mostly just hockey.
You made a special decision when you moved to Minnesota in the US at the age of 18. Why did you decide to leave your home country and play junior hockey in North America?
I thought it was a great opportunity to go and play in the States. Of course, it was a great league. I've learned a lot, and on the other hand, I also learned English there. So I think that was a great lesson for me, and I enjoyed my time there.
How well did you adapt there? Did you speak English well at the time, or were there any challenges?
No, when I got there, I didn't speak any English. It was pretty tough in the beginning, but then I think. The guys, they were really nice to me, so I learned, I think, pretty quickly, and I lived with my billet family there. They taught me a lot as well, so first couple months were pretty tough, but then after that it got easier, and I was happy that I made the decision to go there.
In Finland, we talk about differences between Finnish and North American hockey, like the physical play or the speed. How was North American hockey different from Czech hockey?
When I left, I was still in juniors. So the American hockey was different in the way that it's really up and down hockey. It's very simple. They play a lot physically as well in the juniors. If I would have to say, like, the American Juniors League is very good league for the young guys to go and play. And then switching to college was even harder. So.
Yeah, after a couple of seasons in junior hockey, you played 4 years at St. Cloud in NCAA. How would you describe the level of college hockey there?
The level is, I think it's getting higher and higher. We all can see there's a lot of NHL players who played in the college. It's a perfect way to balance school and hockey together. And hockey-wise, in the college, it's a lot different because you don't play too many games. I think you play like 30 or 35 games in a season, which is not a lot. But there's a lot of practicing and working out and all that. So the biggest difference is that you, as I said, like you have to balance the school and the hockey together. So you have a lot of things going on, and that was I would say. The biggest difference between juniors hockey and then going to college.
In the summer of 2023, you came back to Europe and joined SaiPa. Why did you decide to leave North America behind and move back to Europe?
So I was there for 6 years, and I wanted to go back and be closer to home and maybe try another country, meet new people. And I thought, going to Finland was a great opportunity, and I was very happy that I could come here.
You mentioned the differences between Czech and American hockey. Was there anything that surprised you about Finnish hockey?
The Finnish hockey is very, very fast. We have some very skilled guys in this league, and I think just defending those guys is very tough sometimes because they bring a lot of speed and a lot of skill in the game. That was like the biggest difference for me. And then playing 60 something games with playoffs is way different than playing 30 or 35. So it just got a lot different. You don't focus that much on the practicing, but you have to be always ready for the games. And we have like 2 or 3 games per week, which is a lot, I would say. So you have to focus on the games. And, on the other hand, you don't have to do school anymore, which is also very nice. But the hockey-wise, I think it got harder because of, how many games we play.
How would you compare all these 3 styles, Czech, American, and Finnish hockey?
So it's pretty hard for me to compare the Czech because I left when I was in juniors, so I didn't get a chance to play too many games in the men's league. I think I played on like 1 or 2 when I was 17, and I don't really remember that. So when I compare the American style or the college league compared to the Liga, I think in both leagues there's a lot of skilled players. But in the college, you still have a lot of young guys, and there are guys who go there for 4 years. So you still have like 17, 18-year-old guys playing against like 22, 23-year-old guys. So it's like it's pretty big difference in if you are either a freshman or a senior in college. But then once you get out of college, it's if you're 24 or 27, it doesn't really matter because you play with the men anyway. So I think the difference is just the Liga is a league where a lot of great guys who have like experience with other leagues from Europe or even America, like NHL or AHL. So you have to kind of adapt and make sure you play your best hockey every single day. And
when you came to SaiPa, the team had just finished last in the regular season, and it was the same in your first year. How was that season for you personally? Were you happy with your own development?
So me personally, I would say I was pretty happy because I got the chance to play in this league and come here in Finland. We all know that the season didn't go very well, and sometimes it was pretty tough. But I think for me personally, I developed a lot and I got better, and I think I proved that I can play in this league. And of course, I saw that we are building something different here, and of course, we showed it last year that we had like completely different season.
Yeah, as we know, last season was a huge success for SaiPa. What do you think were the reasons behind it?
I think we got a great group of guys. Like every day, we just came to the rink, and we were happy that we can be here and we can just compete together. Of course, we got new coaches, and I think like everything just like the pieces, everything like went together, and we just enjoyed the time here. And I think that was the biggest difference compared to the season before that.
Were you satisfied with your own performance last season?
Yeah, I think everybody was. Everybody knows that the season was very good. Of course, it's sometimes it's up and down a little bit, but I think me personally, I was getting step by step like better and better. So I was pretty happy with that, and of course with the team success, it was amazing season, and I don't think I will ever forget this.
We are now 1/5 into the regular season. How do you feel this season has started for you and the team?
I think we've done pretty well. Of course, there are some mistakes, like something we need to work on. But that's always the case in the beginning of the season. But I think we got a good start. We won some games. We still, as I said, we still have a lot of things to work on. But as you said, I think we're like 6th or 7th maybe in the standings now, which is pretty good. And I think we will keep building on what we've built, and we will go from here.
What's life like for Ondrej Trejbal as a professional hockey player? What does a normal week look like for you?
Normal week. So on a practice day, we always have a practice in the morning. Then you get home for lunch, you eat. Then I usually take a nap, which is very nice. And then I go for a walk with my dog for like an hour. When you get home, you almost start making dinner, and then I watch some TV shows, and then I go to bed. So that's the practice day. But then on the game days, there's a lot more going on. You skate in the morning, then you get lunch, maybe a little nap after, but then you have to come to the rink and prepare yourself, and you're at the rink until the evening. So that's on game days.
You mentioned you like to watch TV shows, but what is the best way for you to recover mentally during a tough times, or if you just want to take your mind off hockey?
So I think when I'm outside of the rink, I don't think about hockey too much. But when during some tough times, I either watch some TV shows or I play some video games. You kind of forget about like hockey and everything else. So that's like the best way for me, you know, to relax and just, you know, get out a little bit. But TV shows, I don't know, like I usually watch a lot of Friends or 2.5 Men or something like that, you know, just funny TV shows that, you know, you can just relax and watch.
There are 4 Czech players in SaiPa's under-20 team. Do you spend time with them, and if so, are you kind of a mentor for them?
So yeah, I spend a lot of time with Triku. You know, when we practice together, it's always fun, and it's nice to have somebody that speaks your language, and you know, you make some jokes or something like that. Other than that, I think I go pretty well with like everybody, and you know, it doesn't matter if you're from Finland, Czech, or Canada, or you know, you like speak English with everybody. So you know, I just, you know, enjoy being here.
You lived in Lappeenranta for a bit more than 2 years now. Does it already feel like home?
It's familiar. You know, it's still not home. Maybe if I was from Finland, then it would maybe feel more like home. But you know, when I go to Czech every single summer, it's still, you know, you still feel like the Czech is the home. But I'm in Lappeenranta. You know, I've been here for 2 years, and I enjoy living here. So it got very familiar, and it's, you know, I've enjoyed my time here.
Final one. Have you learned some Finnish over the last couple of years?
I'm not really trying to, but I got something. You know, I can maybe count to 5. I can maybe I know some words, but having conversation in Finnish, no, that's too soon. Maybe in a couple of years.
Kiitos, Ondrej.
Thank you.